faire la campagne des humains. La campagne des humains qui, du coup, s'est couronnée, bien sûr, de succès. Et donc,
Of the few refugees who make it to Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own mountain of problems to struggle with. The biggest ones being the ever-growing gap between the rich and the poor, an uncontrollable rise in crime, and the Purity of Light's aggressive crusade for new followers.
Oui, enfin, tu l'avais déjà dit ça la dernière fois. Hein. Donc en gros, il nous dit que voilà, le caste entre les riches et les pauvres sont de plus en plus gros et que il y a le bordel. Et du coup, on s'en bat les couilles, nous on veut la puissance. Et du coup, bah ça tombe bien. Au départ, je voulais pas faire les humains. Allô? Voilà, c'est bon. Bon, j'aimerais être dans la ville. Est-ce que c'est possible? Ok, c'est passé. Donc voilà dans la ville. Alors la dernière fois on s'était quitté juste devant le marchand. Et il avait des trucs assez intéressants. Mais le truc c'est que...
Looking for potions and scrolls? I'm sure I have just what you need.
C'est cher, on peut acheter mais c'est trop cher. Et parchemin il a pas de parchemin.
You know how to bargain, don't
Bref.
you? Yes, you, oh, stranger. Would you be so kind and help a wretched man? A terrible curse befell me, and you look bold enough to come to my aid. I cannot eat, I cannot sleep, I cannot smith. You just might be my only hope. You, yes.
Sounds, tragic. What kind of curse is it? A magical one?
What? No, no, it is far worse than that. It is the curse of love.
Oh, s'en bat les couilles.
My sweet Jane and I are kept from each other by our cruel families. I come from one of the most noble elven families. Yes, I might have chosen the simple life of a blacksmith over the comforts of nobility, but that did not stop my father from meddling in my affairs. My father and Jane's family are plotting against us. Our parents' schemes have gone so far that they do not even allow Jane to see me anymore.
Blah, blah, blah.
I am sure it is her father who is behind it. He simply cannot accept my decision to forfeit the noble life. However, I have devised a plan to reunite Jane and me. But to carry it out, I need your help.
That guy may be odd, but his craftsmanship is excellent. Didn't you say we might need a smith for our army?
Ah,
How can I help you?
Ask.
Ask what?
Why? About Jane and me. You must have millions of questions, and I do not blame you.
No, I'm
Such
already-
fierce display of emotions can be overwhelming for the poor soul who has never felt them.
ouais. Faut lui demander pourquoi il est devenu chargeant.
Why did you become a smith and not a nobleman?
Oh, it is simple. My father might be a noble, but he has achieved status and respect through hard work and determination. It was always my intention to follow the same path. Wealth makes people complacent. I wanted to earn my keep, and that my father does not see the true virtuous intentions behind my decision saddens me even more.
Oh. On va parler de Jane, mais...
All right. Then
Oh, where should I start? She is the most divine being ever known to walk the earth. The moment I met her on a sweet summer's day, I knew she was the one. We shared the most beautiful night of fiery passion, and it soon became clear that we were meant to be together. These enchanted eyes, her hair golden and sweet like...
yeah, I get it.
Allez, voilà.
Thanks. I don't have any more questions. Let's discuss your plan. How do you want me to help you? I'd rather not take on the Everlight nobility.
Oh, do not worry. This will not be necessary. All you have to do is deliver this potion to Jane. It's the milk of the poppy mixed with fire nettle, a very potent sleeping potion. Once ingested, it mimics death for around 24 hours. She and I will both drink it, and I paid the mortician to not embalm our bodies and cover up our escape. Tonight, at sunset, we shall both drink it. Then, once we wake up, we will escape this wretched city forever and build a new life in a better world.
En gros, ils vont se suicider, c'est ça?
Milk of the poppy and fire nettle are both strong sedatives. Do you really think mixing the two is a good
Voilà,
idea?
c'était sûr, hein.
You might die.
I will not. Trust me, one of my many virtues is an excellent knowledge in the art of alchemy. I know what I am doing.
Well, okay. I'll give this potion to Jane and tell her of your plan.
Splendid. Wonderful. You, brave traveler, are what's lacking in this world. Men and women who fight for the beauty of love. Speak to me once the deed has been done.
Bla, bla, bla. En gros, il me demande...
Are you really going to give that woman Jane this potion? This sounds like one heck of a stupid plan.
Well, let's see what she has to say about it first.
D'accord. La ville est bien faite.
Tahar,
Hmm?
this dream you've told me about, on our way from Leaf Shade to
Si, elle
Normandy,
l'a dit la dernière fois.
the one you've been having since your childhood. I've been thinking about it.
Merde.
There you are. I was wondering when you'd show up.
I came as fast as I could. Where are the villagers?
In a safe place. Not the most beautiful part of this city, but it'll do, for now. Ah, and I sent Ralph to an apothecary. Despite the fire nettle, his cramps have gotten worse.
I see. How was the rest of the journey?
Well, since you made short work of the General's army, it was almost relaxing. Thanks again. I'm not the most pious of persons, but that the Harbinger sent you, of all people, was a true blessing. And I still can't believe we didn't lose a single soul on that journey. I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Speaking of it, hang on a moment. Here. I think you should have that. As a token of gratitude. Either way, that's not why you're here, right? You kept your promise, and I'll keep mine.
Allies. Does that mean you'll introduce me to those friends of yours?
Enfin,
Yes, in fact, I've already told him about you. His name is Phelan Argyle, the mayor of this city.
You're friends with Everlight's mayor?
Well, friends is a big word. Let's just say that he still owed me a favor.
Will he meet with me?
Yes, just go to his house and tell the guard that you're sent by Clara Farland. She'll let you in. So, I guess this is where we part ways, isn't it? It was a pleasure, Tahar. Thank you for everything.
Understood. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
What? No, Penelope. You cannot do this to me. He loudly screamed, full of pain and anguish. Penelope softly cast him a mournful glance. Her eyes dreamily drifted off towards the merciless and cold winter sky. But I have to, she silently whispered, full of remorse. Her tender breath tenderly caressed his haggard cheekbones. Mockingly, my heart beats with yearning when I see her sweet and lovely face. For you, oh my former beloved, my feelings resemble the deepest depths of the deep sea of dreams. But alas, I am still young. I want my heart aflame, burning brightly like the fires of Zarak. She, oh my former beloved, is the spark that shall kindle my desires. A bitter tear bitterly flowed down Bartekius's face, as if slyly commenting on his endless, horrible suffering. The wind howled mourningly in the distance. A storm would come. If that is your wish, oh beloved, Bartekius vigorously ejaculated, full of loving acceptance. Then I shall accept it. For I know that true love knows no malice, no jealousy. True love knows love, and love only. Ceremonially, he boldly knelt down in front of her and took her soft and tender hand into his equally soft and tender hands. Zestfully, he said, I shall wait for you. I shall wait for you, though oh lovely Penelope, go and give this sweet woman you desire all the love you can muster.
All right.
Make her
Just
heart
be careful.
rejoice in fierce
You know,
passion.
men can be
When the sun kisses
irrational.
red
I
cherry.
do. Thanks,
I
Dad.
shall wait
Fair enough,
when
then.
the sun
I'll see you
stops
tonight
shining
for dinner.
and the stars long to
And
die.
please help Mother with
I
these
shall
draperies,
still
will you?
do so.
I will.
For now, you too, oh sweet Penelope.
Are you Jane?
Yes, I am. Who is asking?
A friend. I was sent by Vilron to give you this potion.
Vilron, but what's in that flask? I'm sorry, but this is a little odd.
Well, it's a sleeping potion. He wants you to take it at sunset tonight, and he will do the same. It will mimic death, so you can escape from your families and be together. Or, at least, that was the plan.
Oh, I see. Well, I hate to say it, but you're a little misinformed. Vilron and I had a lovely evening together, and yes, we kissed, but that's about it. He's not really my type. Too impulsive, too, syrupy.
Then what do you want me to tell Vilron? I have to stop him from taking that potion tonight, and waking up all alone in the morgue.
Well, if you're going to talk to him anyway, tell him the truth. Trying to spare him from rejection led to this entire situation. Tell him that I really appreciated our time together and that I know he will find true love sooner or later.
Bah c'est compréhensible. Bon, bah désolé.
All right then. Sorry for bothering you.
Oh, no, you didn't bother me in the least. This entire situation is unfortunate. Thank you for helping us resolve all this. I was too much of a coward to do it myself. Goodbye.
Donc là on va lui dire que bah c'est mort, hein. Par contre on va un petit peu diminuer la puissance. Mettre à 75. Voilà.
As you want.
No, Penelope, you cannot do this to me. He loudly screamed, full of pain and anguish. Penelope softly cast him a mournful glance. Her eyes dreamily drifted off towards the merciless and cold winter sky. But I have to, she silently whispered, full of remorse. Her tender breath tenderly caressed his haggard cheekbones. Mockingly, my heart beats with yearning when I see her sweet and
Non mais s'il te
lovely
plaît
face.
quoi.
For you, oh my former beloved, my feelings
Putain,
resemble
mais quel branleur de
the
PC quoi.
deep sea of dreams. But alas, I am still young. I want my heart aflame, burning brightly like the fires of Zarak.
You're back. So tell me, did you complete your glorious quest?
Yeah, about that. Vilron, I don't think Jane will be drinking that potion. She isn't interested in fleeing Everlight with you.
Why would she not want to come with me?
The wind howled mourningly in the
Well,
distance.
she told me that she has really appreciated you and the time the two of you spent together, but she's not yet ready to commit to you. She wanted me to tell you she's very sorry for leading you on.
By the... That surely must be her evil father's doing. The Jane I know would never give up on us that easily. No. No. We cannot let him manipulate my sweet Jane like this. Ride with me, warrior of love. We shall free Jane from that tyrant's oppression once and for all.
Wait, Vilron. Before you do anything, stop for a minute and think. You've known this girl for 2 weeks, right? And yes, you shared one romantic evening together, but that's about all. What do you really know about her?
What? What do you mean?
I mean, maybe you fell in love with an idea of Jane, not Jane herself.
But no. No, that can't be it. Or can it?
Gars, moi c'est le PC quoi.
I shall still do so.
Look, Jane really liked you, but instead of giving her the time to develop her feelings, you assaulted her with your gestures and desperate displays of love. She felt cornered, and whatever she had felt for you died before it could develop into something else.
But no, I mean, that is how the poets do it, isn't it? Love is supposed to be intense, beautiful, unreasonable. Though, maybe there is truth in your words. Maybe I got too excited. Oh, blazes. Why didn't I see this? Oh, god damn it. I can't believe this really happened.
Actually, if you want to turn the page and start over, I might have an offer for you. My men are in need of an elven smith in Mullendeer. You can come with me and forget all about this.
Mullendeer? The ancient Shaper city?
Yes, we found it. It's a long story, but I can tell you all you need to know on the way. And we can pay you.
I don't know. I can't just leave my smithy, can I? Then again, everything here reminds me of her.
You don't need to leave forever. Just stay with us until our mission is completed.
All right then, you convinced me. Let me get my things first, and I'll meet you at the border. And thanks again for telling me the truth.
Corporal?
Ok.
You got it.
Alors, par contre,
Quite the speech you gave him.
Just common sense.
t'as bien parlé. T'as bien parlé.
Interesting.
Ouais, c'est interesting ça, tout à fait. Je sais pas ce que c'est. Une sorte de câble. Hein.
The hardest thing about business is minding your own. There are few cities where this proverb rings truer than in Everlight. With an underworld almost as large as the surface city, a provider can be found for almost every dark desire. However, the syndicates and gangs of Everlight have mastered the art of staying out of sight. Mostly, they do their business either behind closed doors or in the innumerable tunnels and sewers that run under the city like a web of veins, oozing with black blood.
Like black blood. Bon, à mon avis, c'est là qu'il y a des affaires.
I'll do what's required.
Mais bon, il y a un petit peu de baston.
Finally.
Peut-être. Voilà, tu vois, finally, un petit peu de baston.
Will do.
Bandits up ahead.
You'll have to wait.
Not now.
So much blood.
Ok. Il y avait tous des bâtons là.
I'll be swift.
Après, graphiquement, je le trouve excellent. Vraiment, les détails sont très impressionnants. Ouais, c'est super. Graphiquement, franchement, regardez. La flotte, l'environnement, franchement, la caméra qui
Now would you look at that?
D'ailleurs, vous pouvez me prendre la récompense, je vais pas faire gaffe. Oh. Plus 50 PV. Plus 5 PV par an, immunisé à tous les coups de critique. Oui. C'est bon ça. Par contre, il faut là la constitution. Là, quand même. Il y a des trucs, c'est lourd. Bon, on va prendre. On va prendre ce casque là. Et on va voir si on peut l'équiper dans le jeu. Plus un. C'est quoi ça? Truc de gobelin. Ah, il a pas de casque. Ah, putain, il avait pas de casque. 50 PV déjà. Bâton de ténèbres. Putain, il a un peu plus de DPS. Je vais plier. niveau là, c'est quoi là? 25 de résistance classique.
This isn't personal.
I'm injured. Patience! Not yet.
I'm ready.
I'm injured. I can't. I'm out of mana.
Yes?
Et voilà. Ils font mal ça solo. Bonjour. C'est commun de voir des skeletons. Donc là, il y a une sortie. On va pas aller directement dans les sorties, on va découvrir un peu ce qu'il y a.
They won't stand a chance.
Spider everywhere. Le son
Easy.
More lost souls. Pleasant surprise.
Qu'est-ce que tu faisais là? Genre, t'es tout seul, mon coco? What a pleasant surprise, bah oui. Surtout que j'ai tué un clochard et je suis désolé. Quoi. Je crois que je vais avoir fait tout. On verra, on va avancer parce que bon.
You read my mind.
Let's do this.
Not now.
I need help over here.
Une gorgone, qu'est-ce que ça fout là? Par contre, il faut vraiment que j'utilise le sort de régène de l'assassin. Il y avait une gorgone ici.
Of course.
Understood.
Bon.
Interesting.
Of the few refugees who make it to Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own mountain of problems to struggle with. The biggest ones being the ever-growing gap between the rich and the poor, an uncontrollable rise in crime, and the Purity of Light's aggressive crusade for new followers.
Ok. Donc du coup, ce qu'on va faire, c'est qu'on va continuer la mission là. La mission, c'est d'aller voir le maire là, apparemment.
That
Qui
way?
habite là, apparemment. Comment on y arrive? On va par là. Ok, attends, il y a un petit marchand là. Je vais voir les marchands quand même. On va voir le marchand. Parce qu'il a des-
Axes, daggers, swords, everything for the weary traveler.
Et elle a quoi, elle? Ah, il est plus puissant. Et en plus, elle atteint 2 cibles en même temps. Ah ouais, non, mais là, tu me... Ah, tu me tiens par les sentiments, là. Il est un peu plus puissant. Et en plus, il peut taper 2 cibles en même temps.
Farewell.
Je peux pas me l'acquérir, mais... bon, bref. Bref. On va aller voir le maire. Je vais tout seul. Bon, le garde, il va m'arrêter, non?
Let's see.
State your business.
À qui appartient? Je suis à 30. Voilà, c'est clair.
Clara Farland sent me.
Huh. The description fits. Fine, go on in. Argyle is waiting for you.
Bah, j'espère. Eh ben, j'espère.
As a free city, Everlight's leadership is not chosen by the right of blood, but elected by the town's nobility.
Comme chez
The
nous.
most recent mayor, Fulan Argal, has been in power for over 7 years now, and is known for his endeavors to drastically reduce crime.
En gros, c'est un Chirac, quoi. Alors, on va
What
y
do
aller
you
ensemble parce
require?
que j'ai un peu...
Fine.
Même si c'est des alliés. Bonjour.
Well, if it isn't the notorious betrayer's child. I always wondered what you looked like. I had something different in mind. I'm Fulan Argyle, Mayor of Everlight. Pleased to make your acquaintance. But let us cut to the chase, shall we? Clara has told me you're looking for an ally. One that can help you put an end to the blood burn.
Tout à fait. Que vous êtes-il... Ouais, déjà, quel vous êtes-il dit d'autre?
What else did she tell you?
Not much I didn't already know. Who you are, and your involvement in the Mage Wars. And before you say any more, I don't want to know.
You don't?
No. The less I know, the less dangerous our cooperation is for me.
Tout à fait.
Also, I fully trust Clara's judgment. If she thinks you're worthy of our support, then so do I.
Et bah voilà. Et qu'est-ce que vous connaissez de Clara? Je m'en fous un peu de Clara, mais bon, on va essayer pour le plot un peu, pour le story. Pour la
For a
storyteller.
simple village mayor, Clara has a lot of friends in high places.
Simple village mayor. Is that who she is now? Amusing.
Well, who is she?
Someone who was once very powerful but decided to quit. That's all I can tell you without her consent.
D'accord. Bon. Bon, on va dire que pourquoi nous aider?
So, can you help us?
I believe I can. Let me introduce you to the Wayfarers.
Vas-y, dis-moi.
Come on in.
Ils sont où?
Tahar, this is Rowan, leader of the Wayfarers, one of the most able mercenary groups on EO.
Rowan, veut dire rien. Non, tiens.
Pleasure to... Wait. Tahar?
I take it you were acquainted already?
This man used to be my father's right hand during the Mage Wars. He was the one who told him of my plans to leave the rebels.
Interesting.
Don't act so surprised, Argle. You knew of my past. And you also know that I'm the only reason this war is over. If I hadn't told the Crown of Asamo's attack on the keep, he would have won. So yes, Tahar, you're right. I told Asamo about your betrayal. But ever since then, I've tried to repent.
Si je dis ça, ça fait un petit peu jalousie, c'est un peu genre le passé qui me ronge. On va le faire quand même parce que j'aime bien pousser le héros à être, on va dire, avoir une trahison, genre de passer dans le côté obscur, tu vois. Pas bon, tout est beau, tout est magique, tu vois. Bon. Mais le ne dit rien, c'est pas mal aussi, ne dit rien. Ça fait vraiment le silencieux, le mec qui garde quand même un certain mépris aussi pour lui, tu vois. Mais bon, on va pousser dans le vif, allez.
That doesn't bring Zane or Helena back to life.
Bam!
Look, you're angry, and after what I did, you have all the right to be. But this is not the time for discussion. You need an ally, and we're all you're going to get. So, please, let us just put this behind us, even if it's just for now. Let the Wayfarers help you.
Bah, j'aimerais bien, mais je veux savoir en fait quel est l'important. Enfin, après, c'est les humains. J'ai déjà le côté nain, j'ai le côté orc. Il me fallait le côté humain. Maintenant, oh le bâtard, tu peux dire je ne peux pas ton aide. Bon, après, j'ai pas fait toute cette merde juste pour dire oh bah au final, j'en veux pas de ton aide. Et après, tu vois, tu peux encore pousser au vif. Hein. T'as formé l'armée éclairante de son attaque. Oh le bâtard. Oh le bâtard. Bon, on peut jouer l'enfoiré hein, jusqu'au bout. Hein. Alors, on va le faire, je pense, hein, parce que moi j'aime bien tatiller un petit peu les personnages. Et apparemment, on va le faire, désolé. On va le faire, tu as informé l'armée royale de son attaque.
So you warned the royal army of the attack?
Yes. It took me some time to realize how rotten our movement had become. But when I did, I acted. Just like you.
Ouais.
But please, I can tell you all about this, but not now, not here.
Qui sont les éclaireurs? On va un peu plus sur son organisation là.
Who in the blazes are the Wayfarers?
Mercenaries, as Argal said. I founded them right after the war.
Mercenaries?
Yes. But that's just how we pay for our shelter and our food. Most of the time, the Wayfarers are helping people. Refugees, farmers, homeless. We're protecting those who the Crown has forgotten.
Very poetic. And how do I know you're telling the truth?
He is.
Thanks. Look, Tahar, I know I messed up. I served a monster for over 6 years of my life. But I regret it. And I'm trying to make amends.
So, this army of yours, what can you offer?
Knowledge, tactics, swords. Whatever it is you and the Harbinger need to end the Bloodburn, we'll help you.
Vu que c'est des mercenaires, il va les...
I can't afford an army of mercenaries. I'd have to ask the Purity for support first.
You don't. I will cover all the expenses.
Pardon.
You? Why?
As I said, I owe Clara. Also, it's not as if my wealth and my power protect me from the Bloodburn, do they? Clara has a lot of faith in you, and even though I'm skeptical about the Purity's involvement in your mission, I trust Clara's judgment.
Ouais, enfin bon. Ça veut pas dire non plus, mais bon, après...
Fine, but we'll have a lot to talk about, Rohan.
Yes, I know.
Well, that's settled then. But as much as I appreciate your presence, I would like you, Rowan, to hear, and your soldiers, to leave this city as soon as possible. An army this size of the Wayfarers will draw the Royal Army's attention sooner or later.
Ouais.
And that's something neither of us want to happen.
You're right. Goodbye then, Argyll, and thank you for your help.
It has been my pleasure.
Ok, donc du
Of
coup,
the few
on a
refugees who make
les
it to
humains.
Everlight, many are shocked to find that their troubles do not end there. Though its neutrality as a city-state left it largely unscathed during the Mage Wars, the city has its own mountain of problems to struggle with. The biggest ones being the ever-growing gap between the rich and the poor, an uncontrollable rise in
Je l'ai
crime.
déjà dit celle-là. Hein, c'est un peu chiant de te répéter 50 000 fois. Bon, allons.
What's next?
Knest, on va revenir du coup parce que j'ai plus rien à faire. Du coup j'ai plus rien à faire, donc on va revenir à la ville principale, notre fortification. Et il va y avoir les humains maintenant qui sont là. Et voilà. All right.
Tiara's breath. You haven't promised too much, Tahar. This place is incredible.
Just wait until you see it in action.
Just don't forget, we're here for a purpose.
I won't. I'll go talk to Flynn now. We need to find a good place to set up camp. And, if you want to talk, you know, about the past, then feel free to come by.
In any case, with our new alloys, we should be able to go look for the stones. Let's talk at the forge.
Alors là, je suis content. Ce qu'on va faire, c'est que on va prendre une armure, intelligence, robe de la canalisation. On va prendre ça. On va prendre une robe pour moi. Et il y a tous mes alliés là. Rohan, Uram, Gore et ceux que j'utilise, Iria et Iana. Et le nain, bon le nain, ah bah j'espère. Du coup pour l'armure il me faut volonté. Ok. Ouais, je ressemble à un mage. Et voilà. Donc là j'ai une robe de PD qui augmente ma puissance des sorts de 25% et réduit le coût de la magie des élémentaires de 25%. C'est juste trop bien. Bon, après élémentaire, je sais pas trop ce que ça signifie. Est-ce que c'est juste élémentaire ou c'est magie noire ou magie blanche? Après, je pense que c'est élémentaire. Par contre, j'aimerais juste monter la voix de la pyro. Ou alors, attends. Parce que je sais qu'il y avait un truc qu'il fallait que je fasse qui était abusé. Je sais pas si c'était lui. Je m'en rappelle plus. Je sais que Jugement dernier, c'est la version améliorée de Épidémie. Puisque regardez, saignement, faiblesse, entrave et silence. Alors que elle me fait que juste faiblesse et entrave. Par contre ça coûte un peu plus de PC. Donc je sais pas trop en fait la différence vraiment. À part bien sûr les deux autres effets, entrave et silence. Et là par contre c'est les effets de magie. Ouais. Et là en plus ça affiche faiblesse. La durée de l'effet faiblesse est doublée. Cet effet est supprimé lorsque les effets... Ah oui d'accord, il faut que j'ai puissance de feu. D'accord, bon. J'ai pas puissance de feu. Et là... Les macabées... Augmente la régénération de la concentration de 0,006. Pas trop ouf non plus. Parce que, regardez, concentration 1,45 si jamais, passe à 0,50. 1,5. C'est pas énorme. Là par contre ça donne faiblesse. Ouais. Les dégâts sont les mêmes pas. Bien sûr du même. Ok, donc ça c'est une sorte de bouclier on va dire. Et ça c'est les commandements, donc ça c'est pour le... Réduire le coût d'achat de tous les objets que vous achetez. On va partir sur commandement. D'un point de concentration. Ouais, on va passer sur ça. Alors par contre les autres, voilà, je sais pas trop quoi faire. Concentration 6. Son armure donne plus de défense. Et après ça là, ça donne beaucoup plus. Il me faudrait de toute façon. Constitution 6. On va lui augmenter sa constitution là pauvre. Lui c'est le mage. Constitution c'est la vie. Et la défense physique. Et mon héros il a quoi? Il y a Uram qui est pas mal aussi. Ça doit peut-être un autre bouclier. C'est bien ça. Voilà. Parfait comme ça. Une bonne défense. Très bien. Donc là il faut lui monter quoi? La dextérité? Allez, voilà. Et elle, il faut... deux points, je n'utilise pas trop. Et elle, il faut lui monter... La volonté. Parce que elle, c'est un peu ma healeuse. Donc, et c'est quoi ça? Avec plus de vie, transfert 5 points. Clarté, concentration. Si la cible est sous l'effet, la durée de l'effet saignement est doublée. Augmente les chances de coup critique. Révèle la zone située. Je reviens à 2D. Donc je sais pas quoi prendre. En vrai, il y a beaucoup de techniques. Bon, on va faire que mais des coups critiques. On verra bien. Elle. Ah, c'était ça. Ça téléporte et ça inflige triple aussi. Ouais, ça c'est bon ça. Bon, le RAM. Silence et sentiment de mort 2 et sentence de mort 2. Plus de tout augmente de manière permanente la santé maximale. Il a combien là? Ouais. Ah ouais. Héroïne, c'est le nouveau. Magie primaire. Ok. Bon,
What do we need?
Très bien comme ça. Là j'ai toutes les factions. Sauf une je pense qui viendra plus tard. Je sais pas pourquoi. Mais elle est encore là. Il y a personne. Mais je pense que c'est des DLC ça. Là c'est les elfes. Là c'est les nains. Ah non c'est vrai qu'il y a 4 factions. Donc là c'est quoi? Il n'y a personne. Là, c'est les orques. Non, ça c'est les humains. Là, c'est les orques. Non, c'est encore les humains. Putain, mais il est partout. Là, il y a les orques, ok. Enfin, c'est bizarre, c'est mal fait.
Now would you look at that?
Huh?
Can you tell me more about your craft? About demonology?
And why's that? Thinking about a career change?
It's certainly a powerful school of magic. I could see myself dabbling in it.
Well, the moment you start dabbling with it is the moment you enjoy a very painful death. There's a reason demonology is forbidden. Most people who mess with it die. But sure, if you have questions, ask.
Let's start with the basics. What's the core principle of demonology?
It's simple. You study demons and their powers, and bind them to your will. And thus you gain access to their powers. Take a devourer. Once you've studied and subdued her to your will, you can access her strength. And I'm not talking about merely summoning her. You can channel her powers.
How is that supposed to work? Channeling their powers.
Hard to describe. Just imagine that the demon becomes a part of you. You connect it with your magic, so to speak. And when needed, you can call on it to help you. It's not just the power that comes with it. It's also the feeling. Channeling the essence of a Zarek Nar, a tribe-eater. It's a feeling that compares to nothing else in this world. You can't understand it till you've done it.
So in order to bind them, you need to beat them in battle, correct?
Well, it's a bit more complicated than that, but yeah. In a nutshell, that's it.
And I'm guessing that's what makes it so dangerous.
Among other things, yes. What can also happen is that your body simply can't handle a demon's unleashed essence. It can cause a brain rupture similar to what these masks the Purity use. And, to be honest, that happens to 8 out of 10 students of demonology. They subdue a demon, get excited, and let all their energy rush in at once. As a result, their brains explode like a watermelon hit with a warhammer.
Is there a limit to how many demons you can bind?
No. If there were, I wouldn't still be traveling after all this time.
Interesting. Thanks for the insight.
Sure.
Interesting.
Huh?
So, have we gotten past that I don't trust you thing? I want to know more about you.
Well, there isn't that much to know about me, Tahar. I'm a demonologist from Kalea, and I've been on the road for a couple of years now. That's it.
Wait, you're Kalean?
Yeah. And I know I don't have the accent, but that was a lot of training.
What made you come to Northander?
Long story, and I don't want to talk about it. Anything else, Tahar? If not, let me get back to my grimoire.
Can you tell me more about Kalea?
It's a pretty general question, Corporal.
Do you happen to know if Kalea is affected by the Bloodburn too?
Don't think so, no. At least I haven't heard anything.
Kalea is a city-state, isn't it? Like Everlight.
Yeah. Well, almost. When people say Kalea, they usually refer to the chain of islands in the Sea of Dreams, a couple of miles from Imperia. However, only the big one in the middle is really inhabited. And that one's pretty much just a massive city called Kalea. Nobody can remember the names of the other islands, not even the Kaleans themselves. But yeah, it's essentially a city-state. And even though Kalea is small, it's very powerful. You know, spices, sugar, sea jewels, all the kind of stuff a tropical paradise has to offer.
Rich as a Kalean, isn't that how they say?
Yeah, though that ignores the fact that there's thousands of Kaleans starving to death in the slums.
Never mind, I'll be going.
Yes, Corporal? How can I help?
I'd like to know more about your friend.
I'm not sure what there is to say. She was my friend, and the Bloodburn took her. Hence, I joined you.
Goodbye.
Discussion quoi. Et du coup il y a lui, mais bon, j'ai pas envie d'en parler. Non. On va continuer un peu la mission. Parce que bon, hein, c'est bon. Maintenant, on va taper des culs. Parce que la mission principale c'est quand même ça. Hein. Hop, c'est parti. Alors, on va aller rejoindre le nain qui va nous dire en gros la mission parce qu'il était en train de crafter un truc. En 12 temps. Donc c'est parti.
What's next?
Alors, look at that. C'est quoi tout ça? C'est quoi ça? Ah oui. En gros, c'est les personnages importants. C'est quoi des façonneurs? Ah, c'est pour la quête principale.
Corporal? Need anything?
Bah, parlez un peu. Hein?
Tell me a bit about your time on the road. What was it like?
Is that a command, Corporal?
Oh.
Please?
All right, but I'm afraid there isn't so much to tell. Have you ever been on the road by yourself?
Nope.
No.
Well, then you probably don't know how wearisome it can get. Sleeping under the stars sounds romantic at first, until you realize that most of the time it's sleeping in the mud in drizzle. Most of the time, your stomach and your purse are empty, and your feet are full of blisters. And, of course, there's the constant danger. Especially if you're traveling on your own.
Tu m'étonnes. Comment tu gagnais ta vie, ouais.
Huh. And how did you make a living?
That was the easiest part. I healed people.
With light magic?
Yes and no. It was my magic that mended the wounds, but since mages are often met with suspicion, how shall I say, got a little creative. Frankly put, whenever I treated someone, I gave them a magical potion to drink, which was just water mixed with some harmless herb to give it color. The rest was laying on hands to help the potion's effect, which was pure light magic and how I did the actual healing.
And that worked?
Better than you'd think. People were fighting over my panacea as if I was Ellen incarnate, while cursing the evil defilers who had caused this war. Ironic, isn't it?
Ouais. Et t'as jamais eu de compagnon, ouais.
Did you ever have a companion?
Some, yeah, but most of it was just temporary. Though there was one I traveled with for longer. Quentin.
How did you meet?
Coincidence. A small town between Finn and Mir and Lar. We played dice together and he cheated. When I called him out on it, he tried to turn tail. But one of the other guests stopped him for me. They wanted to go give him a beating, but I told them to stop. He gave me back my money and we started talking. And, believe it or not, we found that we got along quite well.
So you started traveling together? With a thief?
I wouldn't call him that. He was just young and careless. We ended up traveling for almost a year.
Et après? Oh, la relation, je m'en fous un peu.
What was his story? Where was he headed?
Into the blue, same as me.
Huh.
He had quite an interesting task, but I wouldn't feel comfortable sharing it with you, to be honest. He wouldn't want that.
I see. What was your relationship?
You mean... no, we were just friends. He was way too young for my liking, and I think I was too old for him. We were more like sister and brother.
Oh, mais cette relation.
Huh. So, how did you split up? What happened?
Nothing dramatic. We came by a village and decided to rest there for a while. The roads had become quite dangerous due to the mage wars, and we didn't want to go out unprepared. I did some healing for the villagers, and he helped out the local smith. He liked it, and the smith wanted him as an apprentice, so he stayed. I was surprised and a bit hurt at first, but then I realized it was probably for the better. I still think of him sometimes, though.
Mais il est où, là? Ouais, j'avoue, justement.
Do you miss it sometimes? The vagabond life?
Well, we're still vagabonds somehow, aren't we? But I know what you mean. And yeah, I sometimes do. The wind on my skin, the vastness of the wildlands, and the fact that all you have to think about is the mile ahead of you. It's another world. There was this one night I'll never forget. I had made a camp at a clearing, set up campfire, and I was leaning against a tree, slowly drifting toward sleep. Then, all of a sudden, it started to rain. Not just the usual drizzle, it was bucketing down, drowning everything, the earth, the noise, the plants around me. My first impulse was to jump up, to find shelter, get my things into the dry. But I didn't. Instead, I saw. I don't know how else to put it. All of a sudden, there was this
J'aime bien ce sentiment
deep
de paix aussi.
sense of peace.
Tout à fait.
As if all my life I had been chasing something without knowing it myself. And in that moment had found it.
C'est vrai qu'il y a des moments comme ça.
So I just watched. I sat there.
Tu t'attends.
And I watched.
Voilà, t'attends.
That feeling lasted until the sun came up. And then I fell asleep. When I woke up,
it was gone.
It was gone.
That sounds beautiful.
And a bit dramatic. But yeah, it was beautiful. I've never felt something like that again.
And what do you make of it now?
Truth be told, I don't know. But it changed something. Even though I cannot say what it is.
Goodbye.
C'est un peu chiant le goodbye là à la fin.
What do we need?
Je peux pas dire autre chose que goodbye, enfin ça fait un peu genre... ça casse un peu le rythme quoi. La fille elle vient de te raconter une histoire merveilleuse et tout.
Will do.
Goodbye. Ok. Goodbye. Ok, c'est un peu genre... c'est un peu brutal comme bâton.
Let's...
Sol Rocker.
Gore. How are you and the Fire Wielders settling in?
All right, I guess. Though there've been some quarrels between my warriors and these Mohir elves. But don't worry, I took care of it. And that elven scryer promised to do the same. Nonetheless, Tahar, I have to say it. I don't like this place. Not at all.
Why not?
Well, I guess it's the people who once lived here. The Shapers. They were corrupted. And I can feel that corruption even now.
Corrupted?
Yeah. Their customs, their culture. They were completely detached from the order of nature.
How so?
Do you even need to ask? Just look around. Ghost warriors, strange machines, strange buildings. Especially this place, this Nexus. They thought they were above everything, even the gods. And they meddled with things they didn't understand. It's disgusting.
Well, they're dead now.
Maybe. But I can still feel their presence. Anyway, nothing we can do about it. If the Shapers caused the blood burn, I understand why we need this place. Is there anything else you wanted to talk about?
Now would you look at that?
J'en sais rien moi. Ah.
Alright, let's get to the chase. We need to discuss where and how we start our search. You're all familiar with the objective?
Find the Forge Stones, reignite the Nexus, decipher the song with it, and put an end to the blood burn.
That's about it. Area thinks that someone removed the Nexus stones shortly before the city was abandoned, but they left markers on the stone map. And now that we have a small army backing us up, we can start searching. Iskrim?
Yeah, we suspect one of the stones to be in the desert of Aenir's Blade, probably in the possession of the Iron Falcons, whereas the other one is on an unknown island.
An unknown island?
Correct. And yes, the oceans might have long taken it, which is why the only way to find out is to build a ship. And to...
Wait, I think I might know what that island is. Does it happen to be in the northwest? In the Black Sea?
I think so.
Sun and stars, that's fascinating. 2 years ago, there was an archaeologist in Everlight who claimed the same. That there was an island in the Black Sea, unknown to our cartographers.
Did he find it?
That's a complicated story, but it's a trail we could follow. If we go to Everlight, I can tell you more.
Well, it does sound promising.
And intriguing. So, where do we go first, Tahar? Everlight or Aenir's Blade?
I'll think about it and let you know when we head out. For now, just get prepared.
Will do, Corporal.
Le problème c'est que... Oh, les lames, je pense que c'est périlleux les lames. Je pense que les lames, ouais. À mon avis, ça va être dangereux. Est-ce que je peux...
To this day, the Shaper's magical and technological prowess remain.
Oui, tu m'avais dit.
Yes.
Regardez, moi, cette magnifique map. Moi, je trouve ça magnifique, quoi. La grandeur de la map. C'est magnifique. Magnifique. Bonjour. Est-ce que je peux... avoir...
Tahar, may I help you with something?
Wow. J'aime bien parce que c'est même pas traduit, c'est genre cette armure que tu portes, elle est de Windfall. Mais tu sais, c'est même pas traduit, enfin je veux dire, merde quoi.
Found out anything new about the rune?
Well, so far all I can say is that what Lacane has given you is indeed a Shaper artifact, as we suspected. Now, I would write all this purity talk of the rune being a gift of Aenir off as religious nonsense if it weren't for the fact that the rune's energy actually interacts with the Godstones, shrines of Aenir.
Which means that the Shapers and Aenir are somehow connected.
Somehow, yes. And I'll find out how.
Goodbye. What's next?
Je suis pas très fan de leur façon de faire, mais bon. Vu que j'ai pas Slab of Titan et...
Got it.
Ouais. Par contre, je vais les donner au... Je vais les donner au... Ah, aux gobelins là, les chers putrides. Les gobelins là.
Understood.
Un point d'intérêt. Ça, c'est les quêtes secondaires. Les quêtes.
Interesting.
Ça bat un peu la race. Hop. J'aille là.
Let's see. Got it. Will do.
On peut pas aller directement au... On va voir. Donc la carte du monde. La carte du monde est assez grande. Hein. Mais je trouve ça un peu... Voilà, le code vert. Donc il y a Lux Lanterne. Donc là, la lanterne c'est pour l'île. Et il y a les lames machines. Lames d'Éonir. Voilà. Donc ça là, à mon avis, hein, qui est difficile. Hein. Ce qu'on va faire, on va s'arrêter là. On est plutôt bien dans l'histoire. Je verrai ça pour plus tard de faire autre chose. Et je vous remets. Et à très bientôt. Et peace.